You're scrolling through another list of wellness gadgets, wondering if any of them will actually fit into your daily routine without turning your bedroom into a sci-fi set. You want something that just works, that you can leave on for a few minutes after a workout or before bed, and that doesn't end up gathering dust because it's too finicky or just a pricey paperweight. That hesitation is real. There are a lot of red light devices out there promising miracle skin or muscle recovery, but most of them either need a professional setup or hide a tiny panel that barely covers a shoulder. If you're looking for a balance of coverage, power, and ease of use, keep listening. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. First off, let's talk about the category itself. Red light therapy has moved from boutique clinics into the living room market over the past few years, and the big shift has been toward panels that can serve the whole body rather than just a single joint. That's the promise of this 7-wavelength panel from the Charm Pilot store, a 300 LED board that spreads both visible red, 630 nanometers, 660 nanometers, and near-infrared, 780 nanometers up to 1060 nanometers, light across a surface roughly the size of a small tabletop. The idea is that you can sit or stand a comfortable distance away, usually about a foot to a foot and a half, while the light penetrates skin, muscle, and even deeper tissues. For most home users, the key questions become: how easy is it to set up, how much time does it actually need, and does the broader wavelength range translate into noticeable benefits? When I first unboxed the panel, the first thing I noticed was the stand. It folds flat for storage but can be propped up on a desk, a nightstand, or even a kitchen counter with the included mobile stand base. That flexibility matters because a lot of the higher-end panels I've seen are either wall-mounted or require a separate tripod, which adds to the cost and the hassle. With this unit, you can literally slide it out of its box, set it on a bookshelf, plug it in, and you're ready to start a session. The power cord is standard 110V, and the control panel is a single dial that lets you adjust intensity in 5 steps. No app, no Bluetooth, no firmware updates to chase, just a knob that you turn up when you feel you need a deeper session, and down if you're doing a quick post-run recovery. Now, the promise of 7 wavelengths sounds impressive, but what does it mean for everyday use? The short red wavelengths, 630 nanometers and 660 nanometers, are the ones most often cited for skin health. Think reducing fine lines, boosting collagen, and soothing minor inflammation. The longer near-infrared bands, 780 nanometers up to 1060 nanometers, are the workhorses for deeper tissue work, such as helping muscles recover after a heavy lift or easing joint stiffness. Because the panel emits all of those at once, you're essentially getting a multimodal treatment in a single session. For someone who does a mix of cardio, weight training, and occasional yoga, that can simplify the routine, instead of swapping devices or buying separate panels for skin versus muscle, you just step in front of this one. The practical strength here is the coverage. With 300 LEDs spaced across the board, the light feels evenly distributed, and there's no noticeable hot spot or dim corner. In my own testing, I placed the panel about 12 inches from my forearms during a post-run cooldown and felt a gentle warmth that lingered for a couple of minutes after I turned it off. That lingering warmth is a good sign that the light is penetrating, not just skimming the surface. For people with larger muscle groups, say, someone recovering from a hamstring strain, the ability to sit a foot away and still get decent exposure is a real convenience. The adjustable intensity is another plus. A lower setting works nicely for a quick 5-minute skin boost before a video call, while the highest setting feels appropriate for a 20-minute deep tissue session after a heavy leg day. On the flip side, there are a couple of hidden trade-offs you should be aware of. First, the panel does run warm. During longer sessions at the highest intensity, the outer frame can become noticeably warm to the touch. That's normal for high-power LED arrays, but if you have sensitive skin or plan to use it on a small area like your face, you'll want to keep the distance a bit larger or dial the intensity down. Second, the device doesn't come with a timer. You have to manually keep an eye on the clock, which can be easy to forget when you're relaxed under the glow. It's not a deal breaker, but it does mean you need a bit of discipline to avoid overexposure, especially if you're new to red light therapy and are tempted to stay under the light longer than recommended. Who should consider buying this panel? If you're a fitness enthusiast who does regular strength training, cardio, or even just a lot of standing desk work that leaves your back and shoulders sore, the deep tissue wavelengths